Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais, and today you're going to be joining us on another relaxing dive. Our first one is to look for a few scallops. It's worth mentioning, if you're new to the channel or you're watching this and you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. This is the channel where we just take you a bit of break from reality, trip to the bottom of the sea to see what there is. Every dive is completely different, different scenery, different wildlife, different interactions. So please stay tuned and keep watching the ones. We got plenty coming up, and we've also got plenty already on the channel. If you want to check back on them, you can. But that's enough of a summary. Let's get back into it. So I've got an order for a few spider crab. They are pesky little things, and Michelle just got pinched in the hand. I'm currently on the seabed off of Fur Main. Visibility at this time of year is kind of average. It could be better. We have got a bit of a bloom still, but fingers crossed it clears in the next couple of weeks. If you've come on dives with us before, you'll know I'm using an Insta360 Ace Pro. Now, I've found, for me, an issue with it. It's all to do with the little zoom icon on the screen. It's a touch screen, and if you touch this and it goes into zoom mode and you put it in the dive house and then you start a dive, it looks absolutely dreadful because you're zoomed into everything. Nothing you can do about it. In the case, as far as I know, you've got to basically take it out of the dive case and reset it. So for me, that's a bad thing. Please update the software Insta so that isn't an option on the main screen. Or if anyone knows how to sort it out, please tell me in the comments. So, first dive, complete catastrophe, malfunction. We've got next to no footage because it's all zoomed in. What you did see is on the GoPro. So me and Mish going back in for our second now. And that's probably one of the main reasons why I carry two separate cameras. The issue is, some of these interactions with sea life, you only get one attempt. And sometimes you could be looking for stuff which you're interested in for years and years and not see it. And then it's very, very frustrating when you actually miss it and then no one believes you. Because the rule on the boat, did you film it? Yes, okay, we believe you. If you didn't film it, we don't believe you. So let's get on with this dive. I had a little bit of an issue with my bag on the way down and my ears, so Mish has gone off to the bottom. I can see her miles away, not an issue. The rule is, if you separate, one of you needs to then send up your delayed SMB, just so the boat knows where you are. So Mish is just getting ready to get it up when I come down and tap on her shoulder, just in the nick of time before she starts unravelling it. Just when we're starting to get into the stride of scalloping, another diver comes past, completely covers us in their dust. With visibility down to a metre, we decide to cut across the dust cloud rather than following the tide with it. It should clear quicker that way. Poor spider crab stuck in this pot. Well, he's not really stuck because there's no neck on it. So I get him out and let him walk around the seabed. 9 times out of 10, it would just walk straight back in the pot again. These crabs can get their claws almost right onto their back, so look, quite easily get my fingers. Another one for the dinner table. Quickly stuff him into the bag before he pinches me. Gonna be like a cat doing this. Because they're spiky, they catch on everything. Really hard going in, but really easy coming out. So far we're doing reasonable, well reasonable for me, and I need a minimum of 2 dozen, otherwise Richard won't let us on the boat, you know the crack. Quick check at the air, we started on 250, we're down to 160, 120 is half a tank, so we'll see how far we get. We know which direction we're heading in, and it's just a matter of picking scallops up as we drift. Unfortunately there's only a little trickle of tide, so not ideal, but it's manageable. I'll have a little check of this rock, because some of the old stone anchors are this shape with the holes through. You never know where you're going to see them, especially with Guernsey being quite a prolific place for privateering back in the day and smuggling. There's a scallop, this one's out of sand. Has it got anything in? Yep, it's a keeper. There's also plenty of shipwreck stuff around here. Not quite sure what that is. Oh, that's a shower tray. Found plenty of weird things under the sea, and that's just another one that's added to the list. Mish is waiting for me, which is nice of her. This whole area is pretty colourful. It's just at the moment I haven't got my lights on. We should turn my lights on, see if we can bring some of these red colours out. There's a scallop hidden just there. Perfect. Decent size as well. There's plenty around here, but they all seem to be a bit on the small side. That's debatable. That'll probably end up going back, but I'll chuck it in my bag for now. What am I looking at? What is it? Is that a metal thing? Can't be the metal thing. Oh, I know what it is. It's a Stevens goby. the end of our dive now. This always happens. We kind of come to an area that looks quite nice, quite interesting. There's a few things, and just as you're about to call it, due to lack of air or lack of bottom time, you see something really cool. So here we've noticed there's a monkfish, and at the time we didn't realise he wasn't just swimming around, it was his tea time, and he had a dragonet in his mouth. Now this is, I think, the first time I've ever seen a monkfish actively hunting and feeding, so for me it's quite special. Take a look at Mish's picture. You can see here the dragonet's head just hanging out his mouth. These things have got two jaws, one with teeth on the outside and one inside the mouth. It looks like he's holding the fish with the inside jaw and using his outside jaw to bite down on it. You can see he's trying to wriggle it down into his stomach. Although they're not very nice to look at, these fish, I think they're quite cool. Unique, that's for sure. It's starting to run out of bottom time now. Just take that last scallop. That's my last locky scallop. I want to see him swim. I don't recommend anyone touching the tail of a monkfish like that. We'll leave him be. We'll let him digest that fish now. It's time for us to head back to the surface. As you can see by our scallop count, definitely not record breaking. I think we might just have had 2 dozen. Richard will probably let us back on the boat. And we got a little bit of air left, 70 bar. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I've also got a couple of spider crab for family and friends. Thanks a lot for coming along with us. That was another dive. Sorry it was so short, this one. This is 15 minutes rather than our 30 to 35 minutes schedule. I think the videos need to be at least 35 minutes just to get you into that relaxed mood. Let me know what you think. 15 minutes okay? 30 minutes? And I'll leave it up to you. Thanks for coming on another dive, and I'll catch you on the next tide.